Om Jnana-Timirandasya Jnana-Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Consciousness Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Namaste Saraswati Devi Bhagavani Pracharine Nirvisheshyana Vipassadishtarine. Okay, I think everybody's hearing or not hearing. So, we are discussing Nectar of Instruction. And just sit now. No recording, nothing now. Kuch nahi hoga. Whatever is done is done. Now we will hear. That's all. Okay. So I discussed Nectar of Instruction, and we discussed 4 verses. No. And the point was that I was telling that this book is telling about how to do devotion. That's this book all about. It's actually helping us to learn how to do devotion, what to focus on, what to give priorities on within devotional service, and how to increase our enthusiasm in devotion, what not to do, and whom to learn from. There's so many things. So I'm going on text 5 directly now, and let's see what Rupa Goswami says. Rupa Goswami says, Krishne tiyasya giritam manasa indriyeta dikshasti chet pranativischa bhajantam isham shushushaya bhajana vigyam ananyamanya nindadi shunya hirdamipsitam sangalataya. So Rupa Goswami says, actually he says in this verse how to associate with devotees, because that's the root cause of advancement in devotion. No? So there's a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita, famous verse. And what's that verse? Yeah, that's one verse. That verse shows that even a fraction of second of association of devotees, it can help you perfect your life. But I want a verse, not this verse. I want a verse where it says Sadhu Sang is the most important limb of devotion. There is a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Anybody knows? Okay, so that verse is Krishna Bhakti Janma Mool Hoy Sadhu Sang. Actually, you have to take this from him, otherwise something will happen. Krishna Bhakti Janma Mool Hoy Sadhu Sang. Krishna Prem Punhe Hoy Teho Mukhyam. You see, it's simple. It's simple, no? That Krishna Bhakti Janma Mool Hoy Sadhu Sang. The root cause of bhakti is association of devotees. But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, even after you attain love of God, still Sadhu Sang is the main limb. Krishna Prem Paye Pune Teho Mukhyang. You see the point there? You can't leave association of devotees at any point of time, even after attaining love. That's how important is association of sadhu. Sadhu means sadhu, not asadu. So, at any stage of devotion, you might think, okay, I've got love of God, now I cannot associate with devotees. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. We all need association of devotees. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was associating with Ramanand Raya, Sarvam Bhattacharya, no? Surup Damodar. But the function of association of devotees becomes different. Initially, association of devotees is for advancement in devotion and also safeguarding us from deviating from I don't know what, some different paths. But after attaining love of God, association of devotees is primarily for nurturing and tasting the mellows of devotion. Isn't it like what Mahaprabhu used to do all night? He used to hear from Swarup Damodar Ramanand Rai various about Krishna. And he used to say, please speak on. Keep on speaking, keep on speaking, keep on speaking. And so Ramanand Rai, whole night he was speaking. And then when he used to get sleep, he used to go out and Swarup Damodar used to come. Ramanand Rai actually he was not, they mostly Swarup Damodar. And then after some time they were feeling sleepy, Mahaprabhu used to say, okay, go and sleep, take rest. But he was weeping whole night and he was hearing go from Govind Leela Amrit, Krishna Karna Amrit. You see, he said, my ears are thirsty. We were talking about greed. Sometimes you think greed of mind, but more advanced devotee, there is greed of ears. You might not have experienced that, but it's a different thing. There is a greed of ears. Your ears want to hear about Krishna's qualities. You don't taste by tongue actually. It is said in Bhagavatam, when you start tasting by your ears, that is, you are actually nearing the perfection, not by tongue. Actually, Bhagavatam, Krishna Thakur says, when you start tasting through ears, when you start smelling through your tongue, you can understand for us?
Example.
There's no example. Example is your ears will feel hungry without Krishna's qualities. That much can be said. Rest, it has to be realized. No example. Like, yesterday I was talking about free time, isn't it? So that's the point. Your ears will want to hear about Krishna as soon as you get free time. You will tell you will actually Vishnu Thakur, no, I don't want that now. Yes, that's fine. So the point is, your ears will demand, tell me qualities of Krishna. That's how it will go. And so actually Vishnu Thakur gives the example in Madhurya Kadamni. He says a devotee whose ears are hungry, when he meets one of his friends, this is an example by the way, when he meets another devotee, he will tell him, please tell me something about Krishna from 10th canto. That's what he will tell him. He will request him and then he will say, please save my life by telling about Krishna. I'm dying. You have heard anyone telling you like this? Did you tell somebody like that?
You can try, but can you try?
You can try. Not bad to you. It's not bad to try. Provided he doesn't think you're mad. That the person wants. If it doesn't matter, yeah. But yeah, one day it will come. It will come. If you aspire for it, it will come. It will come. And then you will ask devotees, tell me about Krishna. That's what is Rupa Goswami talking about in this book. So he's saying, you have to associate with devotees. There's no other way. But then, when you associate with devotees, how to associate with them, that's this verse all about. How to deal with them, how to associate. So Rupa Goswami is saying, Krishneti yasya giritam manasa indriyeta. So Krishneti yasya, anybody who chants Krishna's name, Krishna iti yasya. Krishna iti means holy names. Krishna iti, who chants Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Yasya means on whose tongue or speech. Giri means speech. On whose tongue there is holy name of Krishna, manasa indriyata. You have to offer him respects through mind at least. Even if he's a absolutely new devotee, you have to offer him respects. The fact he's chanting Krishna's name is respectful. But here the point, of course, is Krishneti, Krishna iti, it is said. That means he is chanting Krishna and not Krishna. That means without offenses. At least he is trying to chant without offenses. That person is respectful. So Rupa Goswami says, a neophyte devotee, you have to offer respect through mind. Maybe not physically. It's like that, no? Maybe not physically. People who are not initiated, mostly people who are not initiated, they are neo devotees, isn't it? After some time, they are obviously they get initiated. Of course, there are exceptions. Sometimes people are not initiated for a long time, but they are advanced. That's exception. So Rupa Goswami is saying people who are not initiated, that means who are new. To them, offer respect mentally. Don't offer respect physically. That he doesn't say. At least mentally. So the question is, why we shouldn't offer new devotees respect physically? I mean to say, why don't you do Dandvat to them? We don't generally do that, no? Dandvats we do to whom? Like sannyasis or like new devotees we don't do generally. Rupa Goswami says, even if you don't offer obeisances physically, still it's not offense. That's okay. At least mentally you should be offering obeisances. Now, why he says like this? There's a point to that. Can anybody tell why? Why he says? Rupa Goswami would have said, offer obeisances to everybody, isn't it? Dandvat to everybody. Like anybody you see with holy name, tilak, just flat on ground. He could have said that. But he didn't. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna says to Uddhav, even if you see a Chandal, if he is chanting Krishna's name, Dandvat. But Rupa Goswami doesn't say that. Why is it? Can anybody tell why? Why is he making a distinction? He is saying initiated devotees, you offer obeisances. Cheta pranativischa bhajantam isham. Pranativi means bend down. Pranati. But to new devotees, it's a choice. You can also offer physically, but at least mentally you do, and that's okay. Why this distinction? Why not bend down and offer to everybody? Why not that?
They realize Krishna.
Huh?
They realized Krishna.
No. So why not do? That's a question.
Maybe the new devotees will not understand what's happening. Or
What they will not understand?
That why they are looking at what go out.
Why? I mean to say, why they will not understand? If they are coming to programs and they will understand, they offer obeisances.
But still they'll not understand, right? Which is the real meaning of why.
What's this? Probably they will think he's egoistic. He's not offering obeisances. That's what will happen. They'll think Adi ban rahe hain.
You want to say something?
I was saying that he might have had some ego, but that's why he's not offering obeisances.
Yeah, that's what he will think, no? I know? That's what I'm saying, isn't it? You're saying the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So then what do you do? So the idea here is, if you offer obeisances physically to a new person, it may harm him. Because he's not practiced devotion, so he's really that false ego is there in him, and he will start thinking, I'm a devotee, I'm advanced, and this might harm him. This will harm him because it's very difficult to digest respect. It's difficult. It's not easy. When people are really respecting you, I mean to say, as formality, that's okay. But even devotees, it's difficult. It's for sannyasis, for preachers, everybody offers respect, isn't it? And sometimes, you know what, respect, it goes to head here, and then there are all chances to become maniac for power. It's very difficult to come out of it. I've seen very difficult. So that's very dangerous. So we don't generally do. Advanced devotees, they can really understand, Okay, if for advanced for initiated devotees, he says you can offer respects. So aren't the chances of initiated means who are advanced, who are initiated in knowledge, not just formally initiated. Many people are formally initiated, but they are at neophyte platform. We know most of the people who are initiated. They are at very neophyte platform. But people who initiated means initiated in knowledge. Shiksha, Diksha, Shiksha. We've got initiation in knowledge. Here initiation of knowledge means whose soul has started realizing, imbibing the knowledge. That's real initiation. Just like you initiate fire, no? So you initiate fire in the wood. You have put wood, no? So you rub those two woods or put a matchstick and you initiate fire. So slowly that fire will kindle. So that's what is initiation. Initiation is like fire. That's a comparison given by the scriptures. Initiation means kindling the soul with the fire of knowledge. And we daily sing. What's that song we sing? No. That's dava. That's the word. I am saying you light the soul with your fire. That's initiation. Right? Yeah, Guru Puja we sing that. Okay, yeah. Something like that. Okay, that's a homework. You see, you daily sing, and there is a line there where it is said, you kindle your soul with fire. Just tell me tomorrow. Okay. So yeah, that's initiation. So people who are initiated, people who have some kind of realizations of the process, you have to offer obeisances to them. That's real Diksha, by the way. That's real Diksha. Even formally we offer. I mean to say institutionally people who are initiated, we offer obeisance. Institutionally it goes like that. And we must do. It's not a bad thing because that's a formality. But at the same time we should understand there is something institutional formalities and some things are reality. That's very different. Vyavaharik and Paramarthik. Social customs are very different from reality, isn't it? So okay, question is why we should offer obeisances to advanced devotees? Like, will they not be puffed up? Will they not get risk? Like, why? Why they will not get puffed up?
They've gone past that point already. They know what is humility on these sort of things.
I need explanation. What do you mean by? They are humble, you're right.
They know that.
But then
they know there is. Mataji, sorry, Mataji. Yeah, you can say it. They know that there is Paramatma in your heart.
Okay, fine. Let me ask you frankly. If somebody offers you obeisances, what do you think?
Get blessing.
No.
Because of Guru's mercy, we are just accepting it on.
No, they offer obeisances to Paramatma in our heart.
Oh, really? You think that? You every time think that? Seriously?
But
Are you
they are
speaking truth?
liberated.
You should be true to yourself.
Prabhuji, but they are liberated.
Otherwise, that will not affect anything. The answer is not true.
It's not.
Nobody thinks anything like that.
Yeah.
Don't fool yourself. What do you think? That's the point. What's reality? Let's talk about that. If you don't think anything, then it's of no use.
Because we are devotee of Krishna, so that's why.
You are devotee of Krishna? Really?
Yeah, I'm like trying, Prabhuji.
So then, really, you are going in circles
And
now.
Prabhupada said,
I
so
caught
they
you.
have to do it, right?
I caught you in the loop. We think subconsciously we are devotees of Krishna. We are not.
Yeah.
And so then,
So we are not qualified to get the respect, Prabhuji. That's what.
no, but then we are not qualified, but he's offering.
So.
And then slowly after some time we will start thinking we are qualified because everybody is offering.
But it has to go to the person who's qualified. Right?
How we will give it to him? How do you give? Tell me. Tell me the process. How do you give it to him?
To give to them
How?
by chanting in our mind this pranam mantra.
You do that?
Yeah.
You do that? Anybody offer you obeisances and what do you do?
I do one.
Every time you do that? You don't do that, no?
I don't chant the pranam mantra, but I know that this is for you.
Okay. Yeah, this is good sentiment. Very nice. But there's a problem in that. You know what? The problem is you are offering to Guru. Okay, he's giving you and you're offering to Guru. Honey? That's the point. still the point remains. He is giving you first. So you might start thinking, I am the channel to my Guru. This happens by the way. I am the channel. Through me people should come. Otherwise you cannot reach Prabhupada. It's happening. So what do you do with that? It's a simple thing. Daily people offer obeisances, but you know what? I'm asking you this question because we don't think what we are doing. We are all superstitious people. That's what is happening with us. That's why we are not advancing. The process is powerful. Provided we do it with truth. We have to be true to ourselves. And then you will understand what's happening. If you are not true to yourself, then you will never attain truth. The reality. So the truth is, we don't think, that's all finished. So then what to do? Something you have to do, So the answer is, there's just one way to save yourself. And the only way is, if anybody offers you obeisances, you should think that they are not offering you obeisances. We are nothing. They are offering obeisances to the faith which is rented to us by devotees and planted in our hearts or souls, which is actually not ours. They are offering obeisances to devotion and not to me, to Bhakti Devi, which is actually now some portion is there within us by the mercy of Krishna, which is not even ours. We are somehow trying to understand why this bhakti is within us. What is doing within us, we are so nonsense. But nevertheless, it's there. So they are offering obeisances to devotion. That's why Rupa Goswami says that whenever anybody offers obeisances to me, why they should offer to me? I am a wild pig. But it's the mercy of Guru which is there within me, which has made me which has put me in this situation what I am. So they are offering obeisances to that mercy of Guru. It's not to me. You understand the point? Then you are saved. Otherwise, you're going to go.
Yeah, we think like that.
Every time you have to think like that. Every time. Otherwise, it's problematic. We'll be stuck up somewhere. Then, what's that? Amanena? That's all. Then if you then we can't give proper respects to everybody. Okay, so yeah, you have to think like that. So that's what Rupa Goswami is saying. So he's saying for a new devotee, you offer by mind. It's very new, otherwise it will harm them. If you start offering obeisances physically, so it's not a matter of ego; it's a matter of to benefit him. I've seen new devotees; they can't really handle it. You offering obeisances, they go like way beyond. Then they start disrespecting. They forget what's respect. They have to first learn respect. Isn't it just like children? We tell, okay, touch our feet. You don't touch their feet. You never do, because now they're learning. You don't go and touch. So so that's one thing. And who is initiated? Him offer you physically, offer obeisances, and then Shushrushaya Bhajana Vigyam Ananyamisham, and pure devotee. What do you do? Ipsita Sangha Labdha. Ipsita in Sanskrit means what Prabhupada writes, desirable. Actually, Ipsita means extremely desirable. Ipsita. Sangha Labdha. You should desire association of such devotees, pure devotees. Who are they? Pure means advanced devotees. Who are advanced devotees? Shushrushaya. Shushrushaya. What's the meaning of Shushrushaya? Anybody can tell me? Shushrushaya. Okay, what's the meaning of Shushrushaya? It comes in Bhagavatam also. Nigamakalpataru Malitam Phalam Mukharam Madhuramasayutam. What's that afterwards? Kids know? 1.1. What's that? Pipatam? Where is Shushrushaya?
What, I didn't say that.
You started with Sushruta.
I didn't say
She
that.
started. So where is Shushrusha? It's in Bhagavatam first canto.
It's actually Dharma Projita, last line.
Yeah, Dharma Projita Kaita Vatra. Parmo Namatsharanam Satam, Vedam Pasamatra Sastu Shevadam, Tapatriyanum Mulanam,
Bhagavate
Amuni Krite,
Kiva Pare Ishvara
Aburadhyate, Shushruvi Tatakshana. That's how it goes. So what's that all about? What's the meaning of Shushrushu? Shushrushu, what's that? You know what this meaning? Huh? What?
I used to remember, I forgot it.
Well, I don't even understand his accent properly.
Serving the
Huh?
serving Guru.
Shushrushu, shru. Shru, what does it mean? Here. Everybody knows. That's a dhatu, shru. And if you say, if in Sanskrit, what are you doing, man? That's just bad habit. Ghost will come in your body. Seriously. And Dharma said, if you do like that, ghost will enter your body. Never. Okay, so shru means to hear, and in Sanskrit, if you want to say he wants to hear, he's hungry to hear, then what you do is, there is some process in Sanskrit which is called as frequentatives. You repeat the word. So shru, and then you add behind shu. Shush, shru, shu. You repeat shu. You see the point? You repeat the sha. Shush, shru, shu. Repeat afterwards and repeat later. So the sha word is there, na? Sha, shru. So you repeat shu, shru, shu. And then it means he is desiring to hear. And it's simple to understand. Suppose you're lost in desert and you're very thirsty, very thirsty. You have not taken water for 1 week. And somebody comes. What you will say? You will say like that? What you will say?
You have some water.
You can't say you have.
Water.
Like 1 week. You can't even say water. You will just say walk. Like that, no? You'll repeat. Because it will not allow you to speak, no? Water, like that, no? Like if you say, like it's not, you'll be dying out of water. So you repeat, you start stammering. You start stammering. And that means you have a lot of desire to go for water. So that's how that's shushrushu. Shru, shu, shru, shu. He is dying to hear. You see the point? This is called frequentatives. This is called desideratives in Sanskrit. There's a particular system for that. Like pepau. You have said papau. You have heard this word papau? In this comes, in Bhagavatam comes. He wants to drink. He desires to drink. Papau. It's there, very famous word. Or pipasa. Pipasa nahi hai in Hindi. So what is that? Pipapa, pipasa. That means he's very thirsty, very thirsty. And in Tamil also there might be words like this. Definitely in all language. So Shushrusha, who is a pure devotee? Now he's telling. Who is an advanced devotee? It's very nice. If you want to become an advanced devotee, you should have these qualifications. Or aim for these qualifications. First qualification, Shushrusha. He should be desiring or greedy to hear. This is where I was telling. This is where I began the lecture, no? Ears are hungry to hear about Krishna. Ears are not hungry to hear about news of this world or some pranks on WhatsApp or whatever. I don't know what happens, something crazy. Ears want to hear, they're dying to hear about Krishna. That's Shushrusha. He is greed to hear. Bhajana Vigyam. He is expert. Vigyam is expert. He is expert in chanting. He likes chanting. And he's expert. He knows how to chant. Prabhupada says, become expert in chanting. Prabhupada said that. So what do you mean by expert in chanting? One meaning is, if you're expert in chanting, okay, how do you know you're expert in chanting? Now that's one question. How do you know that? How do you know? You have become expert. You're becoming slowly expert in chanting. You're slowly becoming expert. There should be some method, no? Otherwise you don't know whether you're becoming expert in chanting or not expert in chanting. You're just chanting.
You like to chant, you want to chant.
Okay, one thing, you want to chant more and more and more and more. This means you become expert in chanting. That's one thing there. Any other thing?
Our mind doesn't wander here and there. It's constantly.
Okay, that's one thing. Your mind is not wandering here and there. So any other any other objective symptom? Like this is subjective. Any objective symptom?
Remembrance of Krishna.
Objective.
You won't get tired.
That's one thing. Prabhupada said, you will not become tired. Prabhupada said that. Prabhupada said, if you become expert in chanting, you will not become tired.
Really?
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
Yeah, when you chant, you become tired, and no, sometimes. What's that? Sometimes what?
Sometimes when we are really chanting with attention, we can see that the bodily tiredness goes.
Yeah, it goes off. It goes off. You will become enthusiastic, rejuvenated. Your tiredness will go actually. Seriously, I mean to say, you can, material world this happens, you're very tired, you're from office, and you're physically tired, but then suddenly there's a movie going on. And you start seeing, and within half an hour, your whole tiredness is finished, and you're involved. It happens with everybody, Then where is tiredness? What happened? It's gone.
Enjoyment.
Yeah, you're feeling enjoyment. That you see, when the mind is happy, tiredness is due to Vata in our body, by the way. For Ayurveda. Vata with Kapha. You know this, no? Something we have Vata. Means air, disturbed airs. When airs are disturbed, you have to become tired. So if you balance your airs, your tiredness will go. That's the science there. So there was one person whose name was Nagarjuna. You know Nagarjuna? Not this actor. All South Indian. Nagarjuna was a Buddhist saint. Like around, I think he was around 1500 years back something. He made a medicine. And by that medicine, he could live for 800 years. He was taking, he prolonged his life. And he was the best chemist on the earth. But of course, he died because, actually he was not supposed to die, but he was taking that medicine and increasing life, and he was giving this medicine to the king. So he was also not dying. So like 100 years, his queen dies, and his children dies, but he lives on. And then another queen dies, then children die, then he lives on. Like he was like that. So after 800 years, he married again. There was a queen, there was children. And that queen thought, well, my child will never become a king. As all other, like, we'll just die like that. This is like crazy. So she devised a plot to kill the king. No problem, it's common. Queens killing kings and all those things. So, but the point is, he's taking medicine. So if you stop the medicine, he'll die. So they thought they will kill Nagarjuna. So there will be no medicine. It's done. But the point is, they couldn't kill Nagarjuna because Nagarjuna was too powerful by his medicines and by his meditation. Nagarjuna was a Buddhist, by the way. He had so many mystic powers. Nobody could actually even touch him. Nobody knew where he is. He used to remain invisible and he was somewhere. But they knew Nagarjuna was very truthful. He will never speak lies. And whatever he says, he will do it. Like these kind of personalities, they have character. So Queen devised a trick. He asked his prince, Queen asked the prince, you go and you tell Nagarjuna that you give me a promise. So he goes and tells Nagarjuna, give me a promise. Nagarjuna says, if you tell me, I'll give you a promise. Like before that, how should I give you a promise? So Prince tells him that if a king doesn't die, nobody is going to become king. I am also not going to become king. And then you both are there always. So what to do with this? So Nagarjuna, well, it's not my problem. It's your problem. But then that prince, he said, see, you're a saint, you should have mercy on us. And there he was caught. He was caught. He said, well, if you're asking me, I can't deny it. That's a saint. If you ask a saint his life, he can't deny. He will not deny it. If my death helps you, he'll die. That's a saint, by the way. If you, I mean to say, you want to meet a sadhu, this is a sadhu. So Prince said, see, if you got to help me. Your death will help me. Nagaru said, okay. Nagaru says, if I die, your father dies. Well, he says, well, that's what I want. Nagaru says, okay, fine. So he stops taking medicine. He stops taking medicine, and he leaves his body, and that thing is dead. So that is the point I was making. How that medicine was working. The point was that any medicine which prolongs life or rejuvenates your body, it balances your bath. It works on your bath, it airs on your body. And that's how pranayam works. Pranayam balances your bath, and that's why you feel fresh and rejuvenated. That's pranayam. But there's another way to control your bath. Your mind. If your mind is happy, all your doshas get balanced. Your Vata Pitta Kapha gets balanced. Because happiness and love, it balances your Vata. It is said in script, it's said in Ayurveda. It increases your ojas. You see the point there? So, if you chant nicely, you will feel bliss. Feel bliss, all your Vata and everything is balanced. And that is why if you become expert in chanting, you will increase your life. Just like Nagarjuna. I mean, this is some materialist explanation, but it happens like that. It is said in Ayurveda, mantras work like that. So there's some effect on material. So that's expert. If you become expert in chanting, your tiredness will go. If you chant, you become fresh.
Prabhu,
Provided you are extremely tired.
It is said that your lifespan is measured in terms of the breaths you take.
That is a general saying, but with special,
it can be increased.
Yeah, with special knowledge it can be. For general people who have no knowledge, it's fixed.
Oh.
Yeah. Otherwise, it can be increased. No problem. By spiritual knowledge, by these tricks. Okay, so that's how Bhajana Vigya. He's expert in chanting. You see, Ananyam. Ananya means he is. Ananya means anyam, ananyam. Anya means other. Ananya means no other. So he is not focused on anybody else except Krishna. A devotee is not even focused on Vishnu and other forms of Krishna. Only Krishna. That's all. I mean to say, even if a devotee sees Ram, he will see Krishna with him. That's how Gaudiya Vaishnavas are. When Mahaprabhu used to see Jagannath, he used to see Krishna. When Mahaprabhu used to go to Lord Narasimha's temple, he used to see Krishna. No Lord Narasimha. He used to see Krishna. Because Krishna is the source of Lord Narasimha, no? So he used to directly see the source. Krishna, that's how his vision was. So that is why in our Gaudiya Sampradaya, for helping us to get out of troubles, we don't generally worship Narasimha, although that's one way to do that. For Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we worship Govardhan. Or like Nityananda Prabhu. Not Lord Narasimha. Because who is Govardhan? Krishna. That's all. And Govardhan saved devotees from danger, isn't it? That's what function of Govardhan. So Ananyam Anya Ninda Adi Shunya. And who is an advanced devotee? This is the fourth symptom. Anya Ninda Adi Shunya. Hear them. His heart is devoid of enviousness.
Yeah, no ninda.
No Ninda. Ninda means blasphemy. Enviousness. Fault finding. Don't do that.
Criticism.
Don't do that.
Criticism.
Yeah, don't do that. You waste your time, that's all.
Yeah.
Just waste your time, that's all. Although we like doing that, somehow we have developed a taste for doing that. Somehow. I don't know how, but if you feel pleasure, in doing that. We feel pleasure actually. We feel pleasure. Actually, we are in a very funny situation. If somebody gets hurt, we feel pleasure. We talk about that. I don't know why. We are like a very...
People like laugh
Foreign
at people getting hurt. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like that. We are like
That's
that.
today's humor.
We are like that. Something happens to some devotee, we say, उसके बाद तो ऐसे ही होना था. Yeah.
लोग ऐसे नहीं होते ना.
सब लोग ऐसे होते. Welcome to my shared world.
WWF.
सब लोग ऐसे होते हैं. वो तो of course अच्छे devotees नहीं होते. Good devotees are not like that. Most of us are like that. You see among you also. You have not come from the Kuntha. Let's be frank. You check your soul, not your mind. You have to check your soul. You are also like that to some extent. But we have to get rid of this disease. So when and it goes other way around also. If somebody gets hurt or something bad happens to him, then we say uska to aise hi hona tha. And if somebody does very nicely, then we get depressed. We get depressed. It's very funny actually.
See, because like we are in devotional service, so thoda kam hai ye. But outside material world is completely based on this.
Of course, yeah.
कि किसी का first आया बच्चा तो फिर
Yeah, that's the disease of material world.
Yes.
For us, we are doing devotion, so it's reduced little, but it's still there, or it's all of us. So it's all there. So if somebody advances, we become depressed. Why we are not like him or her, whatever it is. But that's like useless thing to think about it. Like why not like him? What's the point? At least there's somebody like that in the world. You have to think like this, so that this world may be benefited. So it's a broad view. So Ninda Adi Shunyam Hirdam. This is a advanced devotee. If you want to become advanced, these are 4 qualifications you should aspire for. You should have a greed to hear about Krishna. You should be expert in chanting. You should be focused on Krishna, and your heart should be free of enviousness and fault finding. Fault finding due to enviousness. Enviousness actually. That should be free of enviousness. So we should not think a devotee is, if she's suffering, so we say uska aise hi hona. No. Try to help him. Try to pray for him. That's how it goes. If you pray for others, God will pray for you. Yes. Krishna will pray for you. That's how it goes. But if you envy others, then Krishna will envy you. Krishna will say, I have to teach him a lesson now. He's not coming to his senses. What to do? Now some punishment. So that's how it goes. So anyway, we have to be really careful, but this is how we can all become pure devotees in this life. There is 100% chance. If there was no chance, these books would... If we couldn't become, then what's the point of these books? Otherwise, these are waste. Why they are inspiring us to become pure devotee? It's not possible. They're inspiring us because each one of us here can become pure devotee. Actually, each one of us is a pure devotee. We are all a pure devotees, but we have forgotten. Some of you are all confused who we are. So we are doing something else, but it's all just reviving our original nature. That's what we are. So we are all pure devotees in one sense. We are all perfect, but we are confused who we are. That's all. We don't have to become perfect. In real sense, we are all perfect. We just have to remember that we are perfect. We have to get out of these confusions. Remember, I am perfect, and that's all. We are perfect. We are not here to become perfect. That's the real sense of it. But we say like that you have to become perfect. You see, we say like that because in practical word, sometimes it is said like that. But in reality, we are all liberated. Krishna says to Uddhav, we are all liberated. We're just thinking we are in bondage. And Krishna gives example of dream. In dream you think you're born. In dream you think something is happening. But when you get up, finish. Nothing is happening. That's how it goes. That is why we are, because of our mind, we are confused. We don't know what's happening with us, who we are. We are not realizing our own potential as devotee of Krishna. So, how to do that? How to remember that who we are? You can sit up. That's okay.
One more she's coming. No, one more thing.
No. Sit up. No problem. Yeah. Take it. Yeah, that's fine. So that's how it goes. You see the point. It's all how to do that actually. How to come to our own senses. That's the next verse, 7th verse. Rupa Goswami says, Syat Krishna Nam Charitadi Asita Avidya. Rupa Goswami says, Syat Krishna Nam Adi Charitadi. Always discuss about names and qualities of Krishna. Nam and Charit. Name, form, qualities. You drown yourself in name, form, qualities of Krishna. You should be impressed by personality of Krishna. That's the whole idea there. That's what I was talking today, journey up to Golok Vrindavan. You should be impressed by this person to the point that we are thinking about him. We're thinking about just like a lover thinks of beloved, or just like people think of their heroes, because they're impressed of their qualities. So that's where Rupa Goswami says, discuss about him. Syat Krishna Nam Charitadi. But Rupa Goswami says, anyway, so I'll go to the next line. Kintu adarad anudinam. In the 3rd line he says, so how to chant the names? Always chant the names of God, always discuss about His qualities. How to do that? He says, adarad anudinam. Kintu adarad anudinam. Every day anudinam, or day by day, you chant with adarad. Adarad means respect. I think Prabhupada translates that respect. Carefully. Prabhupada translates carefully. Adarad means carefully. Or adarad literally means respect, without offenses. Try to chant without offense. What's the greatest offense in chanting the holy names? What is that?
Inattentiveness.
Now you know. Then Malima told you offenses, no? Then, what's the biggest offense?
Inattentiveness.
Okay. Yeah.
Trying to finish it off.
No. Within offenses, yeah.
Okay. The first offense?
No. Inattentive chanting. The mother of all offenses? Mother of all offenses is inattentive chanting. So that's what he's saying. Chanting with respect. If you chant with respect, giving respect to somebody means you're chanting with attention. Otherwise, what's the meaning of respect? So it is not giving attention in like a yogi. It's like giving attention like a devotee. But we chant with respect. I am there with a person with holy name, and I got to put my attention there. Otherwise, it is a disrespect to holy name. That's why this word is used, adarad. It's a very nice word. It's a very nice word. Rupa Goswami could have used the word with focus. Hindi में संस्कृत में focus कहते हैं. Rupa Goswami could have used the word dhyan. Dhyan. But he didn't use. He used adarad because there's a difference. We are not really here to focus on holy names. That's not the idea. We are here to respect him. So the idea is you should chant the holy names in such a manner that you are in the presence of a person and I have to give attention to him. Because he's great. And he demands attention. Adarad anudinam. Adarad also means sincerely. If you want to give respect to somebody, you daily do. You don't, like sometimes you do, sometimes you don't do. That's a bad idea. Sincerely you do. So anudinam khalu sayava jushta swadi kramad bhavati And what you do is now very important point. Rupa Goswami is teaching us how to chant. Adarad means, okay, now we understood Adarad. Of all offenses, inattentive. Don't chant inattentively. And then he says, Saiva Justa Swadi Kramad Bhavati. And then he says, if you do that, then Swadi Kramat Bhavati. Slowly a taste will appear. Holy name will become tasty. Now what do you mean by that? Holy name will become tasty. What do you mean by that? Holy name will become tasty. What's that all about? Food is tasty, we can understand. Taste.
Sugar candy and like.
Oh, that's an example. Forget that. Example is not explanation. And that's a logical fallacy. You see, if that's in philosophy, if I ask, okay, what do you mean by that? He gives an example, but example is not explanation. Example is just you're transferring a meaning from one place to another place. Because then I have to ask you, what do you mean by tasting sugar cane? Sugar cane we can imagine, but really we have not given explanation there. No, you got my point? Example is not.
When we chant more, then only we will get taste to chant. Otherwise.
No, that's what I'm saying. What do you mean by taste of chant?
Taste means we like to chant more and more. It's like
happy or blissfulness.
Yeah.
We realize our original.
You can't be without it.
Okay, that's not a negative thing. Yeah, mother.
It's like when you become hungry, food becomes tasty.
This is an example.
You will like it.
If I ask you what's a car and you say Mercedes, I'm asking you what's a car. I'm not asking example. You see the point? You see the point there? You have to tell a car is a vehicle with 4 wheels and with an engine. Then that defines car. So, how do you define taste of holy name?
So you feel satisfied, eager.
That's the effect.
You will like it.
Prabhuji, you are very tricky.
I am. That's why I'm talking to you. You know why I'm saying this? Because we don't know what is that. That's why we can't achieve it. If you don't know what is that, then how will you achieve it?
Krishna.
What's that?
The taste of the holy name is Krishna.
Taste of Krishna is Krishna. How do you define? Because you have to define it. And you know what? If you can't define it, it means you have not tasted it.
Yeah,
That's obvious. That's obvious.
Okay.
We don't have taste. That's why.
That's why you can't define it. If you have tasted, then you would have defined. Okay, well, yeah, I'm tasting it. This is like this. That's all. Finish.
So Naam Roop Gun Leela will appear.
Right?
Naam
That
Roop.
that's it. So taste of food. Okay, tomorrow I'll ask you. Just keep this.
No, Prabhuji.
Yeah. No, I am not.
Prabhuji, whole night we will think.
That's what I want. You have to think because you're chanting holy names daily without thinking. So think. How do you define taste? It has to be defined properly.
You get absorbed in.
So you today chant and pray to Krishna.
Sadness?
Not exactly, I have to say. Yeah.
Because
Anand.
we feel the separation from Krishna. That's the taste.
What she wants to say, yeah?
Taste, another word for taste is rasa.
Yeah.
That's also the relationship with Krishna, so that when we chant, actually Krishna is there and we are experiencing our relationship with him.
You can say to a certain extent like that, yeah. But it's a theoretical explanation, isn't it?
It won't be mechanical.
Prabhuji, when we eat something, if we get taste, उसमें मजा आता है. तो इसमें ऐसा होता है. आनंद.
Krishna is happy.
और enjoyment मजा आता है क्योंकि तभी तो हम खाते हैं ज़्यादा. तो ये लेते हैं भगवान का नाम ज़्यादा.
You get absorbed.
Okay, yeah, you are there to a certain extent somewhere. You tell me tomorrow. Think about it. No problem.
Krishna becomes happy, so.
If I give you answer now, then
तो थोड़ा दे दो.
नहीं मैं कह रहा हूँ ना, you are somewhere near, all of you. So think about it. What is taste? But define taste. Don't talk about the effect. Don't talk about the example. Give the definition. Think what's the taste? What's taste of holy name? How to define it? What is that? What is that thing? Taste. What is water? It's a liquid substance. So what is taste in essence? Tattvataha. That's the word tattvataha. Janma karma cha vidyam eva vetti tattvata. Tattva comes what in Bhagavatam? Vedyam vastav astru shivatam tattvata. So that is tattvata. That is why Krishna says you should understand everything in essence. That means you have to define that thing. In other words, that is this word is tattva. Tattva is used again and again. No, Vishnu tattva, Jiva tattva. So what that means? Jiva tattva means how do you define a soul? What is soul? What is soul? That if you can figure out, tattvataha, your life becomes perfect. But we are not defining. We are either seeing the symptom of soul consciousness. We actually don't know what that is. So tattvata, then how it goes. Tattva is a deep word, essence. Okay, you think about it. Rupa Goswami says, if you chant holy names like that, you will get taste of holy name. Okay, the effect of taste of holy name is, how do we know we have got taste of holy name? That's another thing. That's another question. If we got taste of holy name, then what happens is, then we like to chant again and again, isn't it? But the idea is, if you get taste of holy name, you can know you have got taste of holy name, as I've told you. If taste means greed.
Service. Taste of the holy name is service. Service to Krishna.
No, if you have taste of holy name, the effect is, how do you know I've got taste of holy name? If you want to chant in your free time, that means you have developed a taste. Anything you do in free time, that shows where your taste is. That's how it goes. Anything you do in bathroom, that's your taste. People sing songs and naate picture mein gaane ga rahe hain. So because you are alone there, you are alone, nobody is seeing you. So you do things which you like, which you can't do socially. That's how it goes.
पागल हो जाना उसके पीछे.
हाँ ठीक वही है, आप आसपास आ रहे हो, you come tell me tomorrow, no problem, yeah things, yeah. So the effect of holy name, when you get taste, you will want to do it whenever you get free time. Okay, let's chant.
I don't feel that.
You don't feel this means we lack taste. That's the effect of this. And ऐसे ही है ना. If you
हो गया, शांति हो गया, टेंशन चला गया. सच में ऐसा फील होता है.
What's that?
ये 16 माला हो गई, ओके हो गया.
So
लेक्चर सुनना अच्छा लगता है, पर
chanting, yeah, this is everybody.
कीर्तन is good too, but chanting नहीं.
So we have to advance ourselves. Chanting is the main thing. Kirtan can be illusory because music is happening with it. That is why Bhaktivedanta Thakur many times used to do kirtan without instruments. So clap and do kirtans. Many times Bhaktivedanta Thakur did that. Because this takes us into music. And that's why Bhaktivedanta Thakur never used to allow harmoniums. He didn't used to allow. In kirtans. In bhajans he used to allow, in kirtans he didn't used to allow. Because he said our mind will go into tune, and so he says then we lose the function of kirtan. So if we traditionally go in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, how they do kirtan, you know how they play mridang. This ISKCON style is very different. ISKCON style is Dhoom Dhadaka wala. Dhoom Dhadaka, you understand? Yeah. These beats are like you're lost in mridanga. Person who is playing, he's not in kirtan definitely. He's out of kirtans. He's just in his styles, how to play. So and other people are in beats. But the point is, in Gaudiya Math, if you go traditionally, what happens with the mridanga? Experts how they play is, they don't play like kikine da gita gita da. There you play that da gita gita gita. No. They play very slowly. They play tak 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 That's how it goes. Nothing more than that. And then they're singing. They're just giving simple beats. It's not just fingers and arts and this and that and show off. It's not like that. Even if they're playing this kind of beat, it's very simple. You are all not little expert. When you become expert, you will understand. So that's how they play. So that people's attention do not come to mridanga. Even kartals is a different style of playing there. They don't play like tuck 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 tuck. No, it's always a single beat. Tuck, tuck, tuck. In the background, and then people sing. That's so beautiful kirtans. If you want to see kirtans, go to Bengal sometimes. When you go to Mayapur, do one thing. Go to nearby villages, Ambika Kalna and Panihati. Next time you go there. Go there. You have to go a little out of ISKCON, and then you will see how traditional things go. It's very nice. And you can meditate on holy names. That culture can be revived again in a moment. It can come again. But anyway, that's besides. So do you see the point? So that's taste something. So that should come in holy name. We have to focus. And that the test is chanting, by the way. That's why chanting is there. Otherwise people would have said do kirtan. So chanting for hai kyun? Prabhupada said, ठीक है, 24 hours kirtan, no chanting. But chanting is there to make you realize, why you don't have taste in holy name. Kirtan is there so that at least you can be connected. If kirtan is also not there, then everybody would have left chanting by now. Definitely would have left. कोई नहीं रही छोड़ो. So kirtan is there to keep. That's what Prabhupada says. Prabhupada what he said. Kirtan is for masses and propaganda. Now Prabhupada said, no, kirtan is for masses, philosophy is for classes. Prabhupada says that. So it's bring people and this, and it's nice also because you are playing music for Krishna. But then it has to be played in a proper mood and properly. Otherwise, you lose whole thing of Krishna consciousness. It just goes off. So yeah. So the effect of taste is you will want to chant in your free time. Free time. That's how effect of taste. If you know the taste is coming, I want to chant. Anytime you get free, okay, let's take beat back. Let's chant. Let's chant one round. I have 10 minutes. Let's chant one round. I have 10 minutes. Let's chant one round. That's interesting. Why do that? Let's do it. And then you'll be so happy. Then that means you're getting taste.
That talas लगती है ना वो उसको.
Yeah, वो खींचेगा ना. वो खींचेगा यार. जैसे for example, if you like pizza, then you will be thinking, let's eat pizza. Pizza खाना है, Saturday को खाना है. Like छोटी आएगी, we'll bring pizza. It'll attract you.
Yeah.
So that's how you got taste. So yeah, I mean to say, if you aspire for that, it will come. If you hear and aspire for that, if you don't aspire for that, then it will never come. If you even don't know what's going to happen when you have taste, then it will never come. You don't know what's happening, so then how will you know? That's why I'm defining things. That's why I'm saying Tattvata. So like that. So Rupa Goswami advises that if we start doing that, then Kramad, Rupa Goswami says Kramad. Slowly and gradually it will come. It's not overnight business. It doesn't come overnight. But you aspire for it. You would want it. I want this stage. I want it, Krishna. Please help me. I want this taste for holy name. If I don't get taste for holy name, I will not leave you. That's all. I'll keep on disturbing you. By my prayers, by my tears, I'll not stop till you give me that understanding what is taste. Then you get it. Just like a child cries for mother. वो करना है, वो होना चाहिए, तब आ जाएगा.
तो प्रभु जी वो तो सोचे कि हमको चाहिए तो 2-3 राउंड तक वो सोचे, फिर
भूल जाते हैं.
कोई नहीं, practice. Hear again and again. That's why we have to hear this again and again. That's why if you read Chaitanya Amrita, you will remember. Chaitanya Prabhu is doing that. That's why it's important to read Chaitanya Amrita. Again you'll remember, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. You will keep on wanting. And then one day you will have it. One day you will want so much that tears will come to your eyes. Krishna, I want it. I cannot stay without that. What's the use? What I am doing? Why I am chanting? Why I am doing all these things? I don't have a drop of taste. What's happening? This is crazy. That time Krishna will bring. That will come by hearing. Hearing right thing. That is why you see it's very important to hear right thing and speak right thing. Just like me, I speak these things. Not for you practically. I speak for myself. First it's for myself. Anyway, I mean to say most of you might not even understand now or understand it. It might take time. Even if you don't understand, okay, no problem. But it's for me to make me remember again and again. And one day I might become perfect or I might get some taste. That's the first thing. Speak for yourself. And what applies to yourself, it will apply to others. That's how it goes. So, speak the right message and the true message. And people will benefit from that, and first you will benefit. I generally do that. I speak for myself, that's all. And you see, the point, I'll tell you one thing, one secret. If you want to make anything interesting, what do?
You like it first.
If you want to make, generally what people do ulta. People think, okay, today I will go give an interesting lecture. So they start preparing and start thinking how it will interest the audience. And they'll prepare, okay, this is. But actually you should do ulta. You should do something which is interesting to you. And if it is interesting to you, it will automatically become interesting to others. It's like that. It will happen. Because what is interesting to your soul, it will be interesting to everybody's soul. Because we are all living entities, that's all, finished. So, if a message, if anything comes from your soul, it will touch the soul of others. What comes from your mind, it will go to the mind. What comes from intelligence, it will go to the intelligence. And if you try to give an intelligent lecture, mostly people will not receive it properly, because if it comes from intelligence, it will go to the intelligence, and the function of intelligence is logic, and the function of logic is to defeat. He will not accept. He will say, it's my problem. It just goes off. But if the message is coming from the soul, it will just go through your mind, intelligence will touch his soul. Nothing else. He will be convinced. That's how it goes. So you have to hear again and again these things and get this somehow. That is why, Buddha said to his Guru. You see, his Guru said you should read Vedic scriptures and all these scriptures. Buddha said they are useless. Then his Guru said, you think Vedas are useless? It's offense. Buddha said, they are useless for me. Because I have not realized anything now. I have read everything, I have understood everything, but I have not realized it. So it's useless, practical useless for me. So please tell me a way to realize it. That is important. Athata Brahma Jigyasa. So try for that, perfect your lives. If you can perfect your life, then you can perfect others' lives. Otherwise, you miss this chance. And that is very easy. You know what? To realize truth is very easy. To realize illusion is very difficult. Truth should be very easy. It's truth. It's truth. It's within you. That's all. All scriptures are within your soul, by the way. It's not in this book. This book, Bhaktivinoda Thakur raises a question. From this book, Bhakti comes, or from Bhakti book comes? Tell me. From Bhakti, scriptures and books comes. And where is Bhakti? Bhakti is in your soul. It's not there in the book. So, it's just the reverse. So if you elevate, it's there in you, I mean to say. You just have to search in yourself and come in touch with your soul, with yourself, and it's there, and you realize it within this life. That's very easy because it's there in you. something outside you, that should be very difficult, no? Something inside you should be very, very, very easy. But problem is, it's becomes so difficult for us because we are not looking inside. All spiritualists will tell you this. It's not a new thing. All spiritualists, without a doubt. You are not concerned with yourself. That's the problem. You are concerned with others. That's the whole problem, We're concerned with everybody all around us. We're not concerned with ourselves. It's a big problem, and that is called Maya. So today you understand what is Maya. Maya is not just affection to this, affection to that, money, and no, this is real Maya. This is the real Maya. We are not actually, we are hardly concerned about ourselves. In spiritual matters, are concerned about a soul. That's the point. We're concerned about a body and whatever, but soul, no. Once you develop genuine concern for your soul, immediately you get things. It's very easy. And so that is why, what I mean to say, we are preaching. You see, even in preaching this happens. I'm going to finish, just hang over. Yes, I'm finishing. So we are preaching now, so so many people get connected to us. And sometimes we are concerned about people who are connected to us, and that's good, actually. We should be concerned, but we should not be over-concerned and attached to them. That happens, that is happening everywhere. Everywhere, people become attached to people who are there preaching and this and that and that. And then in the process, they lose themselves. People who come, let them come. People who go, let them go. You try to keep them. We don't want them to be lost in this material world, no. You try to keep them, but at the same time, don't hold them. You cannot hold them because it's their own destiny. Nobody can change anybody's karma. It's very difficult. It's their own sincerity which can change their destiny. You cannot do anything. You can advise them, you can help them, but if they are not listening, then okay. And you proceed. You go ahead.
So their sins are holding them?
Of course. Their insincerity is holding them. Devotees. Because of that, sins are there, karmas are there. So yeah, people come, people go. Perfect your life first. And if you perfect your life, people will come to you. It will be ulta. If you hold them, nobody is going to be with you. If you perfect your life, prithvim sashishyat. What's that first verse? Whole world will come to you if you perfect your life. If you don't do, then no, nothing is going to happen. A proper example, you see. You will not be able to touch any soul. So do that. It's very easy if you are sincere. Just be true to yourself. That's all. That's all. Just look what I am. Fix a goal. Try to achieve it. Bas, kaam khatam. Any? Just like we were talking, somebody pays obeisances to me what I am thinking. Don't think theoretically. Just leave theory. Somebody offer obeisances what I am thinking. I am thinking nothing. That's truth. Or I forget many times what. Okay, now you start from there. Don't start from theory. You will fail. Start from where you are. So you see yourself, I am there. Okay, now this. Now I have to go there. Okay, go there. Scriptures will tell. Now how to do it, it will tell you and do it. Right? That's all. That's all Rupa Goswami. Just to know, and tomorrow I discuss more verses.
We think we are somewhere else.
Actually, we are not thinking in reality. We are thinking some theory, something. That's why I asked you to define. That's why I did that exercise with all of you. Okay, so any questions or I'll just finish.
Question is, you were defining anger. You said you would give the answer today. Like greed you defined as something which we would like to do in our free time. And anger you did not define.
Oh really? I didn't?
You gave us homework actually.
Yeah, that was the homework for
No,
us.
he answered it.
Huh? He answered it? What was
Yeah,
it?
he said why the anger was separate because for the purpose of preaching. anger
Yeah,
is
why
separate.
anger is separate, that's another question. Yeah,
That's
answer
the
it.
difference.
Yeah,
I asked that question. I didn't ask you definition of anger, but this is a good question. You can think about it. That's another question. What's anger? Then you can think about that anger. See, Bhagavatam defines things, by the way. This is a gift of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu defines things. Mahaprabhu defined rasa, isn't it?
Love.
Yeah, love.
Love.
It's a big
That's the
word.
beauty of a movement. He defined things, and that's how a path is clear and we can attain things in this life. Nothing is vague. And that's the beauty. Okay, any question you want to ask, Ananda? You were asking something?
I wanted to read something
Yeah, read.
on behalf of this group.
Okay.
So tomorrow you're going. Who will pinch our hearts,
You tell the poem? Okay.
tweak our ears,
The poet.
beat on our heavy heads, show us our waist that smells foul, shatter our cloud, tear our mask. You do this thankless task because you care for us. Let us be grateful, remember this pain, so we can try, sincerely cry, to please our Gurus and Srila Prabhupada. Your message touched our soul. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It's a nice poem. You're a poet, huh? The poetry is a good way, actually. You can all try writing poems. It's a good way. It's a good way to suspend your intelligence. It's a good way to express yourself. Actually, many devotees, it's a good exercise. You can keep a diary and write poem for Krishna. Seriously, write a poem describing him. And in the process, you will start. Then for writing, you have to read something about Krishna. It's a very good exercise. Or write an article. Write one paragraph, or maybe 4 lines daily. Okay, today I will write 4 lines about eyes of Krishna. Today I'll write 4 lines about lotus feet of Krishna. It's a very nice exercise. Or once a week you do that.
You said this before.
I told this last year now, but nobody did that.
No.
Yeah, do that. No, why didn't you do that? Make a copy now. And of course, daily you will not be able to do it. So every week, every Saturday, okay, start with this. Every weekend, take a copy, take a small size page, or maybe a 4.5 page. You decide a topic, but decide a topic which is related to Krishna's person. Don't decide philosophical topic. Don't do that. That's not the point there. Decide something concerning his personality. Okay, let's write about his smile today, or his eyes, or his beauty, or his flute, and write. And you see, it will help you a lot.
So Prabhuji, do we need to write only whatever in the books, or
Yeah, search and write. Yeah, of course. You will not write from your mind.
okay?
So who want
Then-
to take up the service?
Then we will write trash. No?
No, I'm asking.
Whoever proposes.
Yeah, I will take.
जो बोले कुंडी खोले.
I will take.
Yeah, so you just
Okay.
give us a topic every week, Mataji, and we can post it.
हाँ ऐसा कर लो. WhatsApp group पे भेज दो. Okay, today everybody should write something about eyes of Krishna, and then people should write half page.
And they will keep sending messages. Wow.
प्रभुजी पहले 2 सेंटेंस बराबर है, फिर 2-3
No,
सेंटेंस.
we have to. So the first person gets the chance. The later who comes, we need to research more.
Yeah, you do something. I don't know, something you do, but or you can write personally if you want. Write something.
And finally, you can publish everything.
Publish, okay? Okay,
Just
publish.
so that others can.
Yeah, something. It's a good habit. Do that. Okay, so
So I have a last line,
Yeah.
Prabhuji, which I didn't read. So we have fear in our stomach now. How can we eat?
how can we
Eat.
eat?
Because we're not going to make it this life. So that's the
So-
fear.
Yeah.
प्रभुजी आप डरा देते हो. नहीं, पर क्योंकि हमको लगता है कि नहीं कर पाएंगे, इतना सारा बहुत सारा है, तो आपने वेद या पर धीमे धीमे थोड़ा एक डोज दो कि हम वो कर पाए.
तो मैंने बताया, तो मैंने प्रैक्टिकल चीज बता दी.
हाँ, अभी फिर से सुनूंगी.
अब ये कर लो. Every Saturday write something about it.
ओके.
और डरने की कोई बात नहीं है. If you don't know the goal, you will never attain there. तो उसमें तो है. और कभी कभी डर लगना भी अच्छा है. Fear is good. It inspires you to do something, you know. It's an urgent situation. If we take in right spirit, so that's good in one sense. If you अगर आपको डरा दो तो मैं तो पूरे डर से भरा हुआ हूँ. If the logic is this things makes you fear, then this means I am full of fear because I am always thinking. But for me, fear is my friend. That's how it goes. And I take inspiration from fear, yes. Because such a fearful situation, I must attain Krishna in this life.
That's the problem. When we get out, we forget that. We don't have any fear.
So no need to fear. That's why I added in this life you all can become perfect. Just become sincere and do these things what I'm telling you. I'm requesting you, do this and it will be. Do something practical. No problem. Okay. So Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Jai.